Welcome to our channel, English Forest. You send a message to someone you care about. You wait. You see the small word under it. Seen, but no reply comes. And that silence sits in your chest all day. Maybe that is you tonight. I know that feeling. So here is the simple truth, and I will not hide it from you. You do not need people to chase you, notice you, or stay to build a good life. The power was never out there. It is inside you. Stay with me, and as you listen, your English grows quietly too. Stop chasing people. Start building yourself. Now, let me show you what I mean. Lesson 1. The message that was never answered. Picture a young woman after a long day at work. She is tired, her feet hurt. But there is one thing on her mind. A friend she texted this morning. She wrote something kind. She asked how they were. She waited. Nothing. She saw the small word under her message. Seen. But no answer came. So now she sits on her bed, holding her phone, reading her own message again. She wonders what she did wrong. She wonders if she said too much. She wonders if she is too much. Maybe you have been her. Maybe you are her tonight. Here is what she does not see yet. She gave her whole evening to a person who gave her nothing back. She spent her energy guessing. She spent her energy worrying. She spent her energy waiting. And while she waited, her own life sat in the corner of the room untouched. This is how it begins. Not with one big heartbreak. It begins with small silences. A message not answered. A call not returned. A friend who is always busy. A person who only comes to you when they need something. You tell yourself it is fine. You tell yourself you are not hurt. But slowly, quietly, you start to shrink. You start to chase. You chase attention. You chase approval. You chase a reply. You chase a seat at a table that was never set for you. And the more you chase, the smaller you feel. Let me ask you something simple. When you chase a person, who has the power? Not you. The person you chase holds the power. They decide when to answer. They decide when to care. They decide how much you matter that day. You hand them the controls of your own peace, and then you wonder why you feel so weak. So here's the first truth of this video. Chasing makes you small. Building makes you strong. When you chase, you ask the world for value. When you build, you create value. When you chase, you wait for a yes. When you build, you do not need one. When you chase, your mood goes up and down with every message. When you build, your mood comes from inside you. The young woman puts her phone down. Not in anger, in peace. She picks up a book. She opens it to the page she stopped on weeks ago. She reads quietly, just for herself. And for the first time all day, the silence in the room does not hurt. Because now the silence is full of her own growth. That is the shift. You stop filling the silence with worry. You start filling it with work. You stop waiting to be chosen. You start choosing yourself. You are not behind because someone ignored you. You are not less because someone left you unseen. A message has no power over your worth. A silence cannot decide your value. Only you can do that. And tonight you can decide. So put the phone down. Pick the book up. Pick yourself up. Stop chasing the reply. Start building the life, because the person who stops chasing finally starts moving. Lesson 2. The man who stopped explaining. Now imagine a different person. A man somewhere near 40. For most of his life, he had one habit. He explained himself. To everyone. All the time. When he made a choice, he explained it. When people doubted him, he explained more. When they laughed, he explained louder. He thought if he explained enough, people would finally understand him. He thought if he just found the right words, they would finally agree. But it never worked. The more he explained, the more they argued. The more he defended himself, the more they pushed. He spent years trying to make people see his side. And at the end of those years, he was tired and they still did not understand. Does this sound like you? Do you explain yourself to people who already decided not to listen? Do you defend your dream to people who never had one? Do you argue your worth to people who only want you small? One day, the man did something new. He stopped. He stopped explaining. He stopped defending. He stopped trying to win the argument. He simply went quiet and he went to work. The silence felt strange at first. He wanted to react. He wanted to correct people. He wanted to say, "But you do not understand." But he held the words inside, and he poured that same energy into his own life instead. Here is what he learned. Every minute you spend explaining yourself to the wrong people is a minute stolen from your own growth. Every word you waste defending your dream is a word you could have spent building it. You only have so much energy in a day. If you give it to arguments, you have none left for action. So he made a quiet rule. Do not argue, improve. Do not explain, build. Do not beg them to understand. Let the results speak. And slowly, life changed. The same people who doubted him began to ask questions. How did you do that? When did you start? What happened to you? He did not have to explain anymore. His life was the explanation. This is the power of being low-key. Not because you are hiding, not because you are afraid. You stay quiet because your energy is precious. You stay calm because your focus is on your future, not on their opinion. Loud people are busy reacting. Calm people are busy building. Loud people need everyone to agree. Calm people do not need anyone's permission. Loud people burn their energy in arguments. Calm people save their energy for action. Which one do you want to be? When someone doubts you, you do not owe them a speech. You owe yourself the work. When someone laughs at your dream, you do not need to convince them. You need to continue. When someone misunderstands you, let them. Their wrong opinion of you is not your problem to fix. The man learned to keep his plans close. He stopped announcing every move. He stopped sharing every step. He worked in quiet. He grew in quiet. And one day, the quiet was louder than any words he had ever spoken. So stop explaining yourself to people who do not want to understand. Save your breath. Save your energy. Save your peace. Put it all into your own life. Because the strongest answer to doubt is not a better argument. The strongest answer is a better life. Lesson 3. Imagine two people. Let me show you something. Imagine two people. They are the same age. They have the same job. They live on the same street. They both feel lonely. They both feel unseen. They are standing at the very same point in life. But one small thing is different. One thing inside them. The first person spends their energy on the outside. Every morning they check who liked their message. They worry about who did not reply. They feel hurt when a friend goes quiet. They wait for people to invite them. They wait for people to choose them. Their whole day rises and falls with other people. When someone is kind, they feel good. When someone is cold, they feel broken. Their peace lives in other people's hands. The second person spends their energy on the inside. Every morning they ask one question. What can I build today? They read a little. They practice a little. They train their mind. They train their body. They do their work whether anyone is watching or not. When someone is kind, they smile. When someone is cold, they keep going. Their peace lives inside themselves. On day one, they look exactly the same. You could not tell them apart. Both are tired. Both are lonely. Both wish things were easier. But watch what happens with time. After 1 month, the second person has read a few books. The first person has read a few hundred messages. After 6 months, the second person thinks a little clearer, feels a little calmer, stands a little stronger. The first person is still waiting for a reply that may never come. After 1 year, who is calmer? After 3 years, who is stronger? After 5 years, who is free? The answer is not hard. The person who turned their energy inward built a life. The person who kept it turned outward built a wound. Same start. Different focus. Completely different ending. This is the whole video in one picture. It is not about who is loved more. It is not about who has more friends. It is about where you put your energy. Outward into people who may not stay, or inward into a self that will always be with you. So ask yourself tonight, where does my energy go? Does it go out the door, chasing people who barely notice? Or does it come back home, into the one life that is truly mine? You cannot control who stays. You cannot control who answers. You cannot control who claps for you, but you can control where your energy goes. And that one choice, made every single day, decides which of the two people you become. Be the second person. Not in one big moment, in 1,000 small ones. Every time you choose your book over your worry, you become the second person. Every time you choose your work over the argument, you become the second person. Every time you choose calm over chasing, you become the second person. The two people started the same. You get to decide how your story ends. Lesson 4. The seed that grows in the dark. Think about a seed. A small seed pushed into the dark ground. Nobody claps for it. Nobody watches it. There is no light. There is no sound. There is only quiet, dark soil. And yet, that is exactly where it grows. The seed does not cry because it is alone. The seed does not wait for someone to notice. The seed does not check if anyone is watching. It simply grows in the dark, in the quiet, in the place where no eyes can see. And one day, it breaks through the ground as a green shoot. And later, it becomes a tree. You are like that seed right now. Maybe you feel buried. Maybe you feel like no one sees your effort. Maybe you feel surrounded by darkness and silence. But listen to me. The dark is not punishing you. The dark is growing you. A tree does not shout while it grows. A foundation is never seen, yet it holds the whole house. A river cuts through stone not by force, but by showing up every single day. Strong things grow quietly first. So if your life feels quiet right now, do not panic. If nobody is clapping right now, do not stop. If your growth is hidden right now, keep going. The hidden season is the most important season. It is where your roots go deep, and roots that go deep make a tree that no storm can move. Many people quit in the dark. They feel alone, so they stop. They feel unseen, so they give up. They want the flower before they have grown the roots. But you are not many people. You are the seed that keeps growing where no one can see. Let me say it simply. Grow in the silence. Build in the dark. Work where no eyes are watching. Because the work you do in private becomes the life you show in public. When you do your quiet work alone in your room, that is the seed growing. When you keep your habit on the day nobody checks on you, that is the seed growing. When you choose to improve instead of complain, that is the seed growing. Nobody sees it now. Everybody will see it later. So stop needing an audience for your growth. The seed does not need one. The roots do not need one. The quiet, deep, hidden work does not need one. It only needs you to keep going. You are not stuck. You are planted, and there is a very big difference. Stuck means you stay the same. Planted means you are about to grow. Stay in the soil. Keep your roots reaching down. Keep building in the quiet. Because the strongest tree in the forest was once a seed that nobody noticed in the dark. Lesson 5. Where your energy goes, your life grows. Here is a truth that can change everything. Your energy is your most valuable thing. Not your time, not even your money. Your energy, because energy is what turns time into a life. And every day you spend it. The only question is where. Imagine your energy is water. You only have one bucket. You can pour it wherever you choose. Now, where do you pour it? Some people pour their water on dead ground. They pour it on people who do not care. They pour it on arguments that go nowhere. They pour it on worry, on jealousy, on checking what others are doing. They pour, and nothing ever grows, because dead ground gives nothing back. Other people pour their water on a garden. They pour it on their own skill. They pour it on their own health. They pour it on their own peace. They pour it on the quiet work that makes them better. And slowly, something beautiful grows. Same bucket. Same amount of water, completely different harvest. So look at your own day. Where is your water going? How much do you pour on people who left? How much do you pour on a reply that never came? How much do you pour on a story in your head where someone is judging you? That water is gone. That ground is dead. Nothing will grow there, no matter how much you pour. Now turn the bucket. Pour it on yourself. Every time you choose your growth, you water the garden. Every time you let go of a person who drains you, you save your water. Every time you stop the worry and start the work, you turn dead ground into living ground. You become attractive not by chasing people, but by growing. People are drawn to a garden, not to a person who is begging them to come. When you focus on yourself, you stop being thirsty. And a person who is not thirsty is calm, and a person who is calm is strong, and a person who is strong does not need to chase anyone. This is the quiet secret. You do not win people by chasing them. You win your life by building it. And when you build your life, the right people come on their own. Not because you begged. Because you grew. So guard your energy like it is gold, because it is. Do not hand it to people who throw it away. Do not pour it on ground that gives nothing back. Keep your bucket. Water your own garden. Grow something that is truly yours. Where your energy goes, your life grows. Send it inward. Watch what blooms. Lesson 6. The day you stop chasing. So now imagine the day it finally happens. The day you stop chasing. It does not come with a loud noise. It comes quietly on an ordinary morning. You wake up and you do not reach for your phone first. You do not check who replied. You do not wonder who is thinking about you. You just get up and you start your day for yourself. You make your coffee. You open a book. You read a little just for yourself. You go for a walk. And somewhere in the middle of that quiet morning, you notice something. The heavy feeling is gone. The waiting is gone. The chasing is gone. And in its place, there is peace. This is what focusing on yourself feels like. It is not cold. It is not bitter. It is not running away from people. It is coming home to yourself. You still care about people. You are still kind. But your peace no longer depends on them. If they stay, good. If they go, you still grow. If they clap, lovely. If they are silent, you keep building. You are no longer a small boat tossed by every wave of other people's moods. You are the deep, calm water underneath. Let me remind you of everything we have walked through. Stop chasing people and start building yourself. Stop explaining yourself to people who will not listen and let your life speak instead. Be the second person, the one who turns energy inward. Grow like a seed in the dark, where no eyes are watching. Pour your water on your own garden, not on dead ground. It all points to one place. You, your growth. Your peace, your life. You are not too much. You are just giving to people who could not hold it. You are not behind. You are just spending your energy in the wrong direction. You are not unlovable. You were just looking for your worth outside when it was inside you the whole time. So turn around. Turn the energy back home. Stop chasing the reply and answer your own life. Stop waiting to be chosen and choose yourself. Stop pouring into the silence and pour into your growth. The strongest people are not the ones with the most friends. They are the ones at peace when they are alone. The most attractive people are not the ones who chase. They are the ones who build. The freest people are not the ones everyone notices. They are the ones who stopped needing to be noticed. You can be one of those people. Not someday, starting today. Starting with this quiet morning. Starting with the book you open and the line you say out loud. Lesson 7. The friend who only came when they needed something. Let me tell you about a kind of person you have probably met. The friend who only comes when they need something. When their life is hard, they call you. When they are lonely, they find you. When they need a favor, They remember your name, and you, with your warm heart, you help. You always help. You drop your own plans. You give your time. You give your energy. You give your peace. But then their problem is solved. And they disappear. The calls stop. The messages stop. You are alone again, waiting, wondering why they only seem to need you and never just want you. Have you been there? Have you been the friend who is always giving and rarely chosen? Have you been the one who shows up for everyone while no one shows up for you? Here is the hard truth. Some people are not in your life. They are using your life. They are not a bridge that goes both ways. They are a one-way road, and you are always the one driving toward them. For a long time, you make excuses for them. They are busy. They have a hard life. They did not mean it. You keep the door open. You keep the light on. You keep waiting for the day they finally see you the way you see them. But that day does not come, because they were never looking. So what do? You do not become cold. You do not become bitter. You simply stop pouring your best energy into a cup with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much you pour, it never fills. It only drains you. You learn a quiet kind of strength. You can love people and still protect your energy. You can be kind and still walk away from what hurts you. You can wish someone well and still stop chasing them. Kindness and boundaries are not enemies. They live together in a strong person. Imagine you stop answering the calls that only come for favors. Imagine you stop dropping your dreams for people who would never drop theirs for you. Imagine you take all that giving, all that warmth, all that energy, and you turn it toward your own life. What would you build in 1 year? What would you become in 5? The energy you waste on people who use you is the same energy you need to build yourself. You only have one bucket. Stop pouring it into people who never pour back. This is not selfish. This is survival. A person who gives until they are empty cannot help anyone. But a person who is full, calm, and strong helps the whole world without even trying. Fill yourself first. Then give from what overflows, not from what you need to live. So let the takers go, not with anger, with peace. Keep the people who stay when there is nothing to gain. Keep the people who call just to hear your voice. And for everyone else, wish them well and turn your energy home. You were never too giving. You were just giving to the wrong hands. Bring it back. Pour it into the one life that will always need you and always thank you. Your own. Lesson 8. The noise outside and the quiet inside. Picture a storm. The wind is loud. The rain is hard. The trees bend and shake. Everything on the surface is chaos. But go deep under the ocean during that same storm, and you find something strange. Down there, it is calm. Still, quiet. The storm cannot reach the deep water. That is the kind of person you can become. Loud on the outside, calm on the inside. Storms all around you, stillness within you. The world is full of noise. People will have opinions about your life. People will judge your choices. People will whisper, doubt, compare, and criticize. If you live on the surface, every wind will move you. One cold word, and you sink. One bad opinion, and you stop. One silence, and you break. But if you live in the deep water, the noise stays on top, where it cannot touch you. How do you get to the deep water? You build an inner voice stronger than the outer noise. When someone says you cannot, your inner voice says, watch me. When someone doubts your dream, your inner voice says, I know my path. When the world goes quiet, your inner voice says, I am still here and I am still growing. The outer noise will always exist. Your job is to make the inner voice louder. A weak inner voice means the outside controls you. If someone ignores you, you feel broken. If someone laughs, you hide. If someone leaves, you fall apart. Your whole peace lives in other people's mouths. A strong inner voice means you control yourself. People may doubt you and you still work. People may laugh and you still build. People may leave and you still stand. Your peace lives inside you in the deep water where the storm cannot reach. So how do you build this inner voice? The same way you build everything in this video. In quiet, in private. One day at a time. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, the inner voice grows stronger. Every time you do the work when no one is watching, the inner voice grows stronger. Every time you choose calm over chasing, the inner voice grows stronger. You are not born with a strong inner voice. You build it action by action, day by day. And one day you notice it. Someone says something that used to crush you and it just slides off. Someone goes silent and you do not fall apart. A storm comes and you stay calm. You have reached the deep water. You have become still inside. This is what focusing on yourself gives you, not a cold heart. A calm one, not a wall against people. A center within yourself. The world can be loud. You can be quiet. The world can be a storm. You can be the deep, still water underneath. Let the noise stay on the surface. You live down deep where it is calm, where it is strong, where it is yours. Lesson 9. Become your own home. There is a feeling many people are searching for their whole life. They are looking for home, not a house. A feeling. The feeling of being safe, accepted, and at peace. And most people look for that home in other people. They think, if this person loves me, I will feel at home. If this group accepts me, I will feel safe. If these friends stay, I will finally feel whole. So they chase, they give. They bend themselves to fit. They become whatever others want, just to keep the feeling of home. But here's the problem. A home built in another person can be taken away. People change, people leave. People disappoint. And when they go, your home goes with them, and you are left out in the cold, looking for the next person to live in. There is a better way. Become your own home. Imagine a person who is at peace whether others stay or go. Imagine a person who enjoys their own company. Imagine a person who can sit alone in a quiet room and feel full, not empty. That person carries home inside them everywhere they go. No one can take it. No one can lock the door. They are always welcome in themselves. How do you become your own home? You start treating yourself like someone worth taking care of. You speak to yourself with kindness, not constant blame. When you make a mistake, you do not destroy yourself. You say, I am learning. You build small habits that make you proud. You keep the promises you make to yourself. You spend time with yourself the way you would spend time with a good friend. When you do this, something shifts. You stop being desperate for other people to give you a home because you already have one. You stop chasing love from people who cannot give it because you give it to yourself first. You stop fearing being alone because being with yourself is no longer empty, it is peaceful. And here is the strange and beautiful part. The moment you stop needing people to be your home, people are drawn to you. Because nobody wants to carry the weight of being someone's whole world. But everybody wants to be near a person who is calm, whole, and at peace with themselves. When you become your own home, you stop pushing love away by chasing it and you start attracting it by simply being well. So stop wandering from person to person, looking for a place to belong. Build the home inside yourself, furnish it with good habits. Fill it with quiet growth. Make it a place you are happy to return to at the end of every day. When you are your own home, loneliness loses its power. You can be alone without being lonely. You can be quiet without being empty. You can stand by yourself and feel completely whole. Be your own home. Then no one can ever leave you homeless again. Lesson 10. The Mirror and the Window. Picture a room with two things on the wall, a mirror and a window. Every day you choose which one to look into. The window faces out. When you look through it, you see other people. You see their lives. You see what they have. You see who is winning, who is loved, who is ahead. The window shows you everyone except yourself. The mirror faces in. When you look into it, you see only you, your face, your effort, your growth, your own path. The mirror shows you the one person you can actually change. Most people spend their whole day at the window. They watch others. They compare. They measure their life against everyone else's. They see a friend doing better and feel small. They see someone they know moving ahead and feel left behind. The window never makes them happy. It only makes them anxious. Because there's always another life out there that looks brighter than theirs. Do you live at the window? Do you spend your hours watching other people's lives instead of building your own? Do you feel worse every time you look out, never better? The window has a cruel trick. It shows you the outside of other people's lives and the inside of your own. You see their best moments and your worst feelings. You see their highlight and your struggle. Of course you feel behind. You are comparing their cover to your messy middle. The window is lying to you and you believe it every single day. So step away from the window. Walk to the mirror. In the mirror, there is no one to compare yourself to. There is only you today and you yesterday. The only race that matters. Are you a little stronger than last month? Are you a little calmer than last year? Did you read one more page? Did you keep one more promise? The mirror does not ask if you are ahead of others. It asks if you are ahead of who you used to be. When you live at the mirror, comparison loses its power. Someone else's success is no longer your failure. Their good news is no longer your bad day. You are running your own race on your own road at your own pace. And on that road, the only person who can win is you. Let me say it simply. The window steals your peace. The mirror builds it. The window shows you a race you can never win. The mirror shows you a race you cannot lose as long as you keep going. This does not mean you never look out. You can be happy for others. You can learn from others, but you do not live there. You visit the window and you come home to the mirror. You glance at the world and you return to your own work. Every time you stop comparing and start improving, you walk from the window to the mirror. Every time you stop watching others and start building yourself, you walk from the window to the mirror. Every time you measure today against your own yesterday, you walk from the window to the mirror. So which wall will you face today? The window that makes you anxious or the mirror that makes you grow? Choose the mirror. Choose your own reflection. Choose the one life you were actually given to build. You will never win the window. You can always win the mirror. Lesson 11. The quiet life that wins. Let us bring it all together. Imagine your life 1 year from today if you truly focus on yourself. You wake up calm. You do not check your phone first thing, looking for proof that you matter. You already know you matter. You start your day with something that builds you. A few quiet pages, a short walk, a small habit kept. By the time the world wakes up, you have already grown a little. People who used to control your mood do not control it anymore. If they message, lovely. If they do not, you are still fine. Their silence is just silence now. It has no power over your peace. You took that power back, and you are never giving it away again. You are quieter than you used to be, but not because you are sad. You are quiet because you are focused. Loud people are still chasing, still arguing, still pouring their water on dead ground. You are calm, building, pouring your water on your own garden. And your garden is starting to bloom. Your mind is sharper because you fed it instead of feeding your worry. Your heart is steadier because you stopped handing it to people who dropped it. Your peace is deeper because you finally chose yourself. None of this happened in one loud moment. It happened in 1,000 quiet ones. This is the quiet life that wins, not loud. Not showing off, not begging for attention. Just steady, deep, private growth that the world eventually cannot ignore. Let me say the whole message one last time plainly. Stop chasing people. Start building yourself. Stop explaining yourself to those who will not listen. Let your life speak. Turn your energy inward, like the second person who grew while the first one waited. Grow in the dark, like the seed. Water your own garden, not dead ground. Protect your energy from people who only take. Live in the deep, calm water under the storm. And become your own home so no one can ever leave you homeless. It all points to one place, you. You are not too much. You are giving to people who could not hold it. You are not behind. You were spending your energy in the wrong direction. You are not unlovable. Your worth was always inside you, waiting for you to look in instead of out. So turn around. Turn the energy home. Answer your own life instead of waiting for a reply. Choose yourself instead of waiting to be chosen. Pour into your growth instead of into the silence. You can do this. The power was never in their hands. It was always in yours. Focus on yourself. Build your life. And let your growth be the answer to everything that ever made you feel small. Remember the young woman with the message left unseen. She put the phone down and picked herself up. You can do the same tonight. Remember the man who stopped explaining and let his life speak. You can do the same. Remember the seed in the dark, the deep water under the storm, the home you build inside yourself. All of it is waiting for you. All of it begins the moment you turn your energy inward. You do not need everyone to stay. You need to keep going. You do not need everyone to notice. You need to keep building. You do not need everyone to clap. You need to keep growing. The quiet life is not the small life. The quiet life is the strong one. And it is yours, starting now. So tomorrow morning, do one small thing for yourself before you do anything for anyone else. Read one page. Take one quiet step toward the life you want. It will feel small. It is not small, it is the beginning of everything. The seed felt small too, and it became a tree. You will become one as well. Not in one loud day, but in 1,000 quiet ones. Keep walking. Keep growing. Keep choosing yourself. If this video helped you, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and keep growing every day.